Me dog bena mi kata. Ebusia. M'abrabo Akwantuo is traveling, so we are learning all the languages. At our DPR, no say yeba, you shame crying now. Cut it across everybody. Now to me a team here, now I can hear. Say I'm a catcher on a higher RBTV. Now me ding at the coffee set come say. Ebusia and so yaba say any mobile chicken como. Now son I met one common sono. Would it na higher na yen try a hombra. Na say yaba, yeba twaso. Yo, yadi na se bebrebe ma Max Media. Max Media will assemble the day they be catcher mo. But ye kosona no match media koye. Lady Rita Ministry, Miran Radio, in 11:15 restaurant. And then M'abrabo Akwantuo me was star papa and Monyam phobia. Open nam na brabo so 2 years for no one shame crying. You know, just like I always do no. Omo medium mobano. M'abrabo Akwantuo a shame crying. And it's a wood tie na sa wood tie ni ya. What to me to info. But when your GDB say you can make it as they have also make it. And the person make a on say, let me meet him. Let me meet him and have an interaction with him. Now, me say me person me call in China on no one kasa yen self intro actually na anything no you ever call in China. Sir, you're welcome to our BTV.
Thank you very much.
So say you ever who are you?
Within the Emmanuel Armah, born to Emmanuel Armah late and Henry Tobonia Ite. I know she's alive.
Wow.
And born some 57 years ago. I share my primary school. I say already into a preparatory school. I go Ham International and I'm the core secondary. I call Ghana's Koforidia. We 84. No, we the 84-year group. We 87. Me a simple man.
It's very necessary.
Very simple, down to earth. Me pe ejuma me pe nyame. And ya fani mam na radia dum and odi me abedu pembensu. Me wo ma 4. Penin at the John Armah by consultant with entrepreneurship and finance and stuff. We did a Chile aerospace in Armah. We just showed so and I'm going to buy also they are running their own business. I'm operating Pop King. They are into popcorn production with a style. I'm more winning any international acknowledgements. Axisha, funding, any funding from the, foreign partners. How they run, and we're a family of entrepreneurs. Yeah, we believe in private business. And to this point, this is me.
Wow. So, Mr. Armah, we want to go deep into life now. Can you tell us where you grew up from? And then we want to know the deep inside. What's the secret behind Mr. Armah?
Great. Okay, great. I grew up in M'abrabo.
Choco.
Not Choco, M'abrabo proper.
Okay.
The post office area on.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then that was the early stage. And I moved to this place with my parents. And I've been here for quite a long time. Yes, and during my senior secondary education, I had this innate desire for private enterprise.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Nami Mami Erane wholesale in drinks. And I worked with her. Along the line, she gave it up and I took it over. But while I was in school, I like I said, had the desire for private business. And I actually didn't want to work under anybody. And you know, even right in school, I was having my private study aside the general studies.
Okay.
Yes. But I made sure that I studied very hard. Until when I joined the other folks in class, I was good to go. And because of that private desire in me, right after school, I started my own business. And I was going to Togo and back, bringing stuff to sell. I had a shop up the Kaneshi market. Along the line, things went, down economically. And life is about up and down, you get what I mean. And then, there was this designer thing to in me.
Okay.
And we're a family of designers as well. Because my uncle was an architect, my dad an architect, my grandmother a fashion designer whom I stayed with. Okay, so I picked up some of the fashion design from her. She was, at that stage, she was making clothes for the bigger supermarkets. For the bigger supermarket to accept your clothing, that means you are top notch.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and she stayed in Canada before coming, so she had a good taste. And right from there, I picked up some of the talents. And I started a footwear, manufacturing company. And my brand name was Emmanuel Armah.
Wow.
Yeah, Emmanuel Armah, because you had this Giorgio, Armani and co. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore, there must be some kind of class. If you want to compete in the international field, you must have a brand name. And I was producing top-notch, designs. Meye M'abrabo Akwantuo, you will think it's imported. Yeah, that was my style, because I either do it the best or nothing less. Whatever I pick to do, I do it to the best of my ability. And my designs were very classic and all that. But over the period, once the market was flooded with these Chinese stuff and this Obroni wear with this kind of faux stuff.
Yeah.
So it made manufacturing here quite difficult, because after the production, you realize that your cost is even higher than that which is imported, and you needed machinery and stuff. So I quickly, and I'm very much able to adapt to situations. Okay, I can switch quickly to adapt to the situation, because that is how life is. In life, you must not be static. Okay, you must redeem the times, as the Bible talks about, the sons of, Issachar. You redeem the times, and then you are able to adapt. Then you can live in any condition. I switched from the sales point to manufacturing, the shoes. And then when I realized that it wasn't, it wasn't profitable, because you needed machinery and a large capital to do that, I switched quickly to, clothes.
Wow.
So I was designing suits and, any kind of thing, both ladies and gents. I was sewing that very well. I had my industrial machine and all that. And along the line, you can sew and people not even coming to pick their things. And it's like, it makes things difficult. So there and then, I switched to interior decor. Okay, I switched quickly to interior decor. And, one of the reasons why I had to make those switches is that to do business, you will need capital. Okay? And if you don't have enough capital, you would find yourself, tottering. Yes, wanting. So therefore, I quickly reasoned and realized that to get going, you need to get business that is going to be self-financing.
Sure.
Okay. Now, with interior decor, the clients needs the stuff. Okay? Yours is to design. Yours is to, fabricate and then deliver. So much of the capital or the finance that you need is going to come from the the client and not you. Because if you're going to wait to get money to produce something, I mean, the banks are, not favorable, and you couldn't get any other help. So position yourself in such a way that you can attract some kind of funding to do what you got to do and take your profit. And I was switched into that area, and in fact, it helped a lot because already I'm fashionable, have that designer intuition and all that. And I could design curtains and stuff and make them. Not that I sew as well, so I make them and install to the best of my ability. Actually, I took up a brand name when I was starting business, which is also called Black Sugar. Yes. And people wondered why you have Black Sugar as a business name. Okay. Black Sugar because the name rings a bell. And it dazzles you because there's no black sugar anywhere. You only have brown sugar and stuff like that. Yeah, so Black Sugar, people hear and they wonder what it is. And they want to see you. Okay, so in picking up a business name, you have to be strategic. Okay, that you get a name that tickles the mind and that is memorable, so that whenever they hear the name or they see the name, it will resonate. It would call their attention to something. And I made sure that I delivered to the best of my ability, so therefore, even if I didn't mount a signboard, which is necessary though, or which is sort of advertise and that kind of thing, my work speaks for me.
Okay.
And therefore I got referral businesses. And that was how I run my business. And not even now, that's how I run my business. I make sure I put up the best. Okay. Now along the line and the interior, I'm still doing interior. I have good clients. Yeah, I'm saying I have good clients because I know the level. You get what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Much as I'm not loud, I'm not so big, but I'm in charge. Okay, I have good clients and I have continuous business. Along the line, I also studied and realized that now, in this economy, to be able to really sustain yourself and make it, you need to, sort of outline which business you want to do and which really goes. What I realize is that there are three key businesses that, survives even through recession or whatsoever. Through economic hardships, economic downturns or whatsoever, three businesses still run. Food, fuel, pharmaceuticals. These three. I said food, fuel, pharmaceuticals. Why food? You wake up in the morning, you need food, you got to eat and go. You're not going to use your last money to buy clothes. You buy food. So it's very necessary. So therefore, I started Tasty Food. Yeah. With a coded name, The Breakfast Show. Okay.
Is it still running?
It's still running.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where we are.
Wow.
The Breakfast Show.
The breakfast show.
Yeah.
Where is it located?
Right here. Right here. We set it up here, and then we deliver sumptuous breakfast.
Meaning you do deliveries to...
We do deliveries. We have a couple of shops around.
Okay.
People come early. Okay.
All right.
You need to segment the market and be smart in such a way that find out what people need. Because I keep telling people that, look, your money is in somebody's pocket. How you get it is your own problem.
Yeah, sure.
You see, your money is in somebody's pocket. Everybody's money is in somebody's pocket. You are not going to rob that person. No. You must think. Create a need. Huh? And then when you create that need for the people, they will run to it and you take their money. It's a demand and supply thing. Okay? Obi here bibi. Who was out there and out to me dream. Now create this idea now. Ube jinesi can if in the bottom. Because obe to idea no. Or if it's a service, or maybe just a service, then exchange it for money. So, tasty food. Yeah. You know, during the lockdown, stuff like that, we went down a bit, you know, but then everybody, I said, in lockdown or whatever, you still need food. And thank God that, you know, when they were locking down, they didn't lock down restaurants and stuff like that, because they knew people would eat.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you need to eat to build your immune system.
Sure.
So we went through it, though it was adios, we went through it, and, you know, we've come through. Though the corona is not yet gone, but then, you know, we're still here. And many times people say they need capital, okay, to do things. Yes, in economics you have entrepreneur, capital, labor, stuff like that. Okay, now here's the case. If you don't have the capital, what do? Use what you got, okay? Be humble enough to start low and go high. And as you start low, you know, you have to think high, okay? Sure. You work local but think global. Okay, so you were asking me about deliveries and stuff like that. We have the plans to, you know, even reach out to do street deliveries, you know, to packs, you know, pick up packs, you know, drive through, that kind of thing. We have all those plans, you know, to expand. So here, this is just the beginning.
Okay.
Yes, this is just the beginning. We have KFC, which started from somebody's kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, KFC is now global. All right. So TFC is also going to be global.
Sure.
And this is what we're working towards. So in brief, this is it. I keep telling everybody, never say there's no employment.
Is there anything like giving up in starting a business?
You should never give up. To start a business, you must ask yourself why.
Meaning, before you start, there are some questions you need to ask yourself.
You need to ask yourself. You know, and I depend on your what, why, where, how, okay? And then who. What do you want to do? Okay? Why do you want to do what you want to do? And you got to have a very big why. If your why is not big enough, you will give up.
I see.
Yeah. Your why must be bigger than your reason to give up. Your why is going to sustain you. Your why is going to push you through when things are even difficult. Okay? You have the product. Who wants the product? Why does that person need a product? Look, at a point in time, I told you I have big clients.
Yeah.
Look, there are big names in the interior decor industry, interior design industry. We're just some kind of a fly. But then sometimes I come to you, I go to the companies, I say, look here, we have this stuff. Perhaps another big company is bidding for the same thing, okay? Now, what I do is that, like I said, I study a lot. So whatever product I'm going to sell to you, and I did marketing anyway.
Wow.
Yes, I did marketing in UCOMS, okay? Then it was Institute of Management Studies, social advance, okay? So I'm a marketing person. I know how to strategize and all that. When I come to you, I make sure that this stuff I'm coming to sell to you, I have learned everything about it, okay?
Wow.
In that we are offering, you the big company and me, we're offering the same product, okay? But I'm going to reveal certain things about the product that the big company will not be able to do that. And that's where I get the business.
Meaning, talking like what you are saying, to start a business, you need to read more.
You need to study about the business.
Sit down and
No.
start a business.
Everybody's doing it, so you also go do it. No.
Wow.
What is it? Why do you want to do what you want to do? Okay. Why? What is this product? How much do I know about it? Okay. And why do I have to sell it to you? I must be fully convinced that you need it. Okay. Even if you haven't decided, I must convince you that you need it. That's why I said my money is in your pocket.
Yeah.
And I must convince you
Get your money.
to get my money.
Wow.
Okay, so that's my strategy of business. I must make sure that you are well convinced so that you are able to part with the money coolly in your acceptance of the products. And it comes value to, because sometimes you have something, you see something by you, you don't really see its value or don't think you need it. Somebody must awaken your conscience to it. And that's the marketer. The marketer must wake up your conscience so that, you say, hey, wow, I really need this thing. Okay? And then he takes his money away. So you don't give up in business. We've been here several years. I've been here for about 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. People have come with money and left. A couple of shops along the line, they came with huge capital. They walked away. But we've been here. We're still on. And thank God we're on because we've seen the ins and outs of everything. So now we're going to go global.
What keeps you going?
God.
How was the journey?
The journey hasn't been easy. If anybody tells you that entrepreneurship is an easy thing, tell the person is a liar. Entrepreneurship, you see, listen, people see you're doing something and because they have the money, they also jump into it. Within a short time, they fall out. You see, because they haven't gone through the meal. Okay? You have to go through the meal, gain the experience, okay, and then you can swim. Okay? Like I said, a lot of companies have come there and gone. So that it's not just about having the money. Like I said, you need capital, but then you need the know-how. And after you got the know-how about the thing, you need the contact. Let me tell you the secret. Right. There are some businesses that you think needs your money to do it. I gave you an example of the interior.
Yeah.
Yes. If you can create the contact, you can get the capital. Strike the right contact, you gain the capital.
How do you strike the right contact?
Great. Now you need to identify your target. Okay? You need to identify your target and like I said, know what the target needs. Okay? And as to how best you can convince the target. Okay? I worked for only 1 year for a company out of school. Okay? And that work I did, it was out of some kind of stressful situations, okay? But then I got some experience there. Now what I did was that, I worked there for a year and then they had to lay us off and asked us to reapply. I said, no, I'm already a private person. I only came here out of circumstance. So therefore, I'm now going to ride on my wave, to establish. Now what did I do? In working for that company, I made certain contacts. I served well, okay, so that now I had to build on the contacts that I had made, okay, and in building on those contacts, I need to source business from them, okay. One of the guys that I did work for was Tropical Cable, yes, it was nice with me. So he gave me certain advice too along the line. He actually wanted to work with me because he saw my, astuteness or whatever. So therefore, I related with them, got business out of them, made some capital out of that. Okay, so the contact is key. Get the right contact. They give you business or they give you money, and then you are good to go. Okay, they give you money or they give you business that is going to put you on the crest, and then you go. So that's how I see.
Talking about getting the right contact in business.
Yeah.
How do you make that contact? Look at me, maybe I'm just indoors. I'm not easily going like that. How do I make those right contacts?
No man is born an island, so you don't need to be. You don't need to seclude yourself. No, if you hide yourself, who's gonna see what you're doing, or who's gonna buy the stuff? I do some international business as well. Okay, so that I'm an iBoomerang travel savings ambassador. Okay? What we do is we help people save money by their bookings and whatever. Now, what we say is that, listen, you need people for business. Okay? You are not an island. So open up. Your net, listen, your network is your net worth. So you can't be alone in there without any network and expect to have a net worth. You can't. The level of your network determines your net worth. So if you're going to be successful, you need people. Okay? And people make the market. You know, you can. So therefore, you can't hide yourself. You shouldn't. And hiding yourself shows that you have some inferiority complex. You know, or you have some limitations. But you must break out of your shell. Go all out. Find people. That's where the who comes in. Who do I need to sell this thing to? Who do I need to discuss this thing with? You know, and you must sell your idea. I had a lecture, you know, at Hosanna Ministries with some youth. We're talking about ideas, talents, you know, and dreams. And I told them that, look here, your idea, your dream, your talent is a seed, okay? And every seed has a potential to grow into a tree, okay? And every tree has the potential to fruit, to flower, fruit, and bear fruit, and you know, and bear fruits. Yeah. So therefore, whatever you have, if you hide it, you're killing it. Whatever idea you have, if you hide it, you're killing it. Until you plant the seed, you don't get nowhere with it. And once you plant it, you know that listen, every seed, you asked about how difficult it's been to come through. Yeah. Every idea, like I said, is a seed, okay? And every seed, once planted, has to go through some cycle to break the earth to come out, okay? Can you imagine a corn seed, small as it, and the leaf is able to break through the soil? Have you ever thought about that? The strength, that leaf, you can just tear it. Yeah. But you need to gather the strength to break through the soil. That's what you got to do as an entrepreneur. Come out, break through, and be seen, okay? Now watch it. Once you get out there, okay, you ought to know that there will be pests along the line. Insect pests and whatever. They are there to kill the dream, okay, or the seed. They are there to, you know, hurt the seed, chew it up, and whatever. So it's not every idea that you have that you just, you know, jump out there, okay? Yeah, you must protect it. Once you plant it, you protect it, okay? And as you protect it, you know, you help it to grow. It's like pregnancy. An idea is like pregnancy, okay? Yes, every pregnancy needs some care, some antenatal, you know, care and all that. That keeps the baby growing in the tummy. Okay, you try to get close to a mother, you know, a pregnant woman. She does something like this. She holds, she protects it. So protect your idea, protect your seed. Protect your idea, protect your seed, and help it to grow to fruition. So your business idea, your service idea must be nurtured. Okay, must be nurtured to grow into a tree. That it must bear fruits, and then you can sit back and then enjoy the fruits. You get what I mean? Now, look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates had an idea. He didn't have a capital, he had an idea. Okay, and that idea was about computers. Okay, what do you call it? Hardware, software, and you know, that kind of thing. He did that. And he grew it. Today, his seed or his idea has flourished global. And even when he's asleep, money is dropping in his account. Don't you think we got to get to that level?
We have to. But the thing is, how you get the capital? Because I've met a lot of people that are saying in life journey, we wish to do entrepreneur, but getting the capital is a problem. So What do you have to say about all those things?
Capital.
Like making it, like
Yes.
getting a capital for.
Now, let me say this. I spoke somewhere this morning about getting the capital. Now, here it is. If you want to have something you have never had before, you must be ready to do what you have never done before. Do I repeat that? If you want to have something you have never had before, you have to do what you have never done before. Okay, you want capital. Here's the case, a young man coming up. You have a phone that is costing about 3,000 to 6,000. Okay? And you're crying about capital. If you're my son, I'll give you a knock.
Maybe the phone was given to him by somebody or.
Fine, wonderful. I told you about my, network marketing business that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Here's the case. You need something. And you have something. What you have is not giving you money. Okay? Now, I have a saying that if your mobile phone, okay, is not paying you money, then it is taking money out of your pocket. So for real.
It's reciprocal. I feel it's reciprocal. Definitely you will buy credit.
Of course.
And the youth of today will buy credit.
You buy a lot of credit. Okay? Now, what money does that credit generate back to you?
That is the problem.
If I buy 10 cedis credits, I must make about not less than 2,000 or 1,000 out of it. That's my policy. Because you must be a mobilepreneur. We're talking about entrepreneur.
Yeah,
You must be a mobilepreneur. A mobilepreneur is somebody who makes money out of his phone. Okay? So here's the phone that is costing about 4,000, 6,000. And here you are, you the money. Now, sell that phone. Instead of going for a loan, sell that phone. Buy, a lesser, amount. Yes, and then, use that money for capital. You have a gadget in your room. Huh? You are admiring the gadget. When you get into your room, you say, oh, this thing is beautiful. Well, it gives you good sound.
Our sound system.
A sound system. That is capital there. Look, until you rise to the occasion, okay, the need to sell something or to give up something to get what, because what you're going to invest in will give you money, to give you returns. You need to be able to dispose that thing. Like I said, you asked what has brought me through here. I said, God. Now, without God, you can do nothing. You see, but with God, all things are possible. With God, you can sail through the difficulties. And that is when you have to rise to the occasion and say, look, if I'm going to do something that, if I want to have something that I've never had before, I have to do something I've never done before.
Just like doing something crazy for something you want.
Crazy, yes. Crazy, but that is worth it.
But the youth of today,
Sadly, the youth of today will not want to go through the meal. Okay, we're in a fast food, kind of system where the youth do not want to cook. They don't want to get the ingredients to cook. I've been that.
Yeah.
Yes. And life is not like that. If you go through life like that, you break your neck. Okay? And many of the youth are so disillusioned and whatever, and they are taken from, some deception of, some cultures. Okay? Where you see something flashed on the TV, some so-called celebrities and whatever. Look at all those celebrities, they cry in their bedrooms. I'm telling you, they want to be like some star. What do you talk about star? Brighten your own corner. Okay? Do the little things. You must be humble enough to start from scratch. Life doesn't happen. It's a process. Okay? And if you depend on happiness, then you are just some situational person. Because happiness depends on happenings. After the happening is gone, you're dead. So build a life that is sustainable, a life that you can Be proud of it. I like that you can sit back and be confident. M'abrabo. And allow yourself to go through the cycle. Don't rush. And show biasa and sawasa. You get what I mean? So therefore, beat your time. Let every youth out there know that you have to beat your time. I watched this adverts. You know, I'm not a promoter of alcohol, but you know, Guinness, they used to do it. Say, your time go come. Yeah, your time go come, and everybody has his timing. Yes, don't say this person has made it, so you want. No. Everybody has his dance. You know, so let the youth know that look, life is a process. It's not an event. Okay, it's happening for somebody today. Tomorrow it will be you, but then you got to prepare, because by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. If you fail to prepare for where you want to get to, then you are preparing to fail. So you must prepare the grounds. Okay? Build your system gradually, brick by brick, you know, step by step, and you get there. Any building that has been rushed to build overnight breaks down, it collapses. So let the youth know that it doesn't happen. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. So therefore, take your time and build your business, build your dream. Okay? Nothing good comes easy. All the flashy things you see, they don't last. Nothing good comes easy. Whatever comes good must be built from scratch. Okay? It took God 7 days. All right? 6 days to build, 70 rested. So you can't just jump in there. You can't just jump in there and think that is it. Okay?
Talking about like starting a business and all that, what are some things that you would think that in this life journey you have to just overgo? Like, a man should just forget about those challenges and then go straight in hitting the nail.
Good. Here's the case. You're starting something, okay, and you ought to know at the back of your mind that you're going to have challenges. I said nothing good comes easy. I learned a poem in class 2, okay, and that's about 50 years ago, okay, class 2, and the poem says, obstacles. The title of the poem is Obstacles. As you run the race of life, you are almost sure to find obstacles set in your path. But do not think fate is unkind. Obstacles are there to prove your will and your skill. That's about 50 years ago, so that's all I can remember.
You still remember?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Wonderful.
Obstacles are there to prove your will, your willpower, and your skill. Okay? So you don't necessarily think that what you are starting is going to blossom all of a sudden. No, it's not going to happen. You see? The Bible says that let him that think he stands, take heed lest he falls. So if you start business is just moving, be careful. Because it is the crucial crisis and whatever that's going to strengthen it. A lot of businesses break down, you know, they collapse because they are not able to withstand the shocks. Okay? But in life, you must have shocks. And that builds you up. That strengthens you. It strengthens your resolve, you know, for the future. So that, you know, with how far we've come, no shock can bring us down. Nothing. I mean, no economic whatsoever can bring us down. We're moving to the top. We've scaled, you know, like I told you, we're going to go out there in the street now. We've scaled. Now we've built the, you know, clientele, your foundation. The clients are coming. You know, the customers are coming. So now we're here to take off. It hasn't been easy. We've come a long way. But look at the saturation, how far it has come. So you got to give yourself time. As a youth, give yourself time, you know, to mature. Give yourself time to, you know, grow your business. It's not going to rise in a day. Allow yourself to make mistakes. I saw a certain book, you know, you failed and so what? Yeah, you are going to fail anyway. But the failure is there to tell you that there are certain things you have to put in right shape. So when you fail, when you start business and it collapses, doesn't mean, you know, it's over. Keep hitting at it. After all, yes. And you know, keep pushing. Keep pushing until it happens. And it's going to happen if you don't give up. I saw something on, you know, Facebook where these two miners, okay, one had, cracked the rock to a limit, and he was giving up. He was so close to gold, okay, and he put his axe on his and was walking away. And the other one was still keeping on, keeping on. In life, you must keep on keeping on. Keep doing it, keep going, keep going. And this song is my, when you catch hell, when you're going through hell, don't stop. What's the song? It says, if you catch hell, don't hold it. If you're going through hell, you don't stop. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Because if you stop, you will be burnt. It is better to come out scarred. You have your life, at least you have your brains, you can think and do something. Rather than staying there and get burnt. You are going to get some shocks in business, shocks in marriage, shocks in, academic. But then you must keep on keeping on. That's why your why is bigger than your, whatever.
You made us known earlier on that the family is more into business than working for somebody.
Yeah.
But per your family's education background and all the stuff, don't you think you could help the country in a way, or help a group of company in a way than doing it for yourself? I say you are keeping the business to your own self, but not to.
Well, in a way, we're helping people. We're feeding people. Okay, we're feeding people. We're serving people. Okay. Interior design. I do, construction. I do, redesigning of offices. Okay. I do partitions. I do this sliding doors and windows and stuff like that. Okay, so we're serving people. Now, if you move into the area of helping institutions of government, we're not political, okay? Yeah, we're not political, so that, we can, though I talk a lot of politics here sometimes, but then we're not political. What it is that we can offer our advice to the, community, okay? And that I do a lot with the youth, okay? I remember, in one of my lectures, my boy who's a consultant, John Armah, you can Google the name, he's, there, up there. I took him to some of those lectures, where I imparted knowledge to the people. By then, he had just finished school. Okay, he had just finished SS, and he was home, And I believe that out of those lectures, he picked certain things. That's how come he also zoomed into his own business. Yeah, so he just, right from school, he also, did some service with, I think, some FM station. He did some live shows and whatever, and then he started his own business in consulting. He did, United Nations. He worked with the United Nations program and all that. United Nations model, something. Travel to Malaysia and stuff like that. And this time he's big. He's in the US. He's getting business there as well. So therefore, like I said, we are entrepreneurial, okay, not political. But then, in any way, we're serving our community, and what we love to do is to impart knowledge to the youth that come around us. One thing I want to do also is to reach out more. Like I said, try to train a lot of the youth around to make an impact. Oh, I jump start. Okay,
Let's just go.
Okay, yeah, because looking at the area, it is not an easy area to grow children, okay? To train your children in such a community is not easy, okay? It takes prayer. It takes God, it takes prayer to bring up the children, in the fear of God. Even that you're going to have challenges, but God has been good, okay? And having brought us this far, we have to give back to the community. I keep saying that if you overlook somebody's child, okay, and say that yours should be better, in the next 5-10 years, if that child doesn't get better, he's going to come after your child. Okay? Yeah, because you didn't give him some leap of hope or, some advice or something. So looking at our community, I think we need to reach out there more. That's what I intend doing in the coming months. Having a training. Actually, I would have started if not for this corona restrictions and whatever. Okay, because there's a cool place that we hold guys here, and when we come, we can discuss issues, and turn around people. Okay, people are disillusioned. People have lost hope. Parental neglect and stuff like that. By the grace of God, At least we have come this far.
Yeah.
So we can also impart, give hope to people, turn them around. No life is waste, except you allow it to go waste. Yeah. So therefore, the people you see today have potentials. The guys in the street kids, we have a lot of street kids, and they have potential. They are a force to reckon with. They are potential energy. And if we don't do something about it, in the next 5-10 years, they will come after us. They will explode. Okay? So therefore, we need to tap that energy. We need to redirect that energy. There's the need for some reorientation. A lot of them are oriented into this super bet, gamba bet, or that kind of rubbish. You know what I mean?
It's the business now.
Man, no. No country gambles its way to success. Yes. And if you allow your youth to go into gambling, you are reducing their mentality.
How?
Thank you. Now, the brains they have are no different from the brains in China that are doing these phones and whatever. Okay? If they averted their minds to gambling, they wouldn't be able to do such things. But some of these things are done by youth. Okay? The apps that they develop. Okay? Somebody develops an app and sits back and gets the money. And you sit here and say you're going to gamble. How much do they get from that? The government must do something about it.
Okay.
Not leave, a laissez-faire kind of, situation. Something must be done. If you don't rechannel the energy of the youth, they will come at you very soon. You hear this, fix that. Help them to fix their minds. When they fix their minds, they'll help you fix the economy. Okay? Once, you see, Bob Marley Sanger says, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. The youth of the mind have been geared towards, gambling slavery. You see, quick money slavery. No. And we must re-engineer our education system.
Yeah.
We train people for white-collar jobs, which are non-existent. Of course, you want to sit in the office, you want to do that. No. People have brains, they have talents. Develop it. Redirect them into some kind of vocation. And I tell you what, now, here, look at this. The things I've done so far, the kind of work I've done, okay, I didn't actually go for any particular training. Okay? Not seriously for apprenticeship or anything. But it was circumstantial. I had to think on my feet to get those things going. So therefore, and I said I read a lot. So whatever I want to do, I read about it and do it. Okay? And all those things I've acquired at my fingertips, no company can fire me anymore. Okay? I told you I worked for 1 year and we're thrown out. So we should reapply. I said, no way. But once I learned something at my fingertips or with my brains, I own myself, I own my talents. Okay? So therefore, we should redirect the children into, having those skills. Okay? And therefore, until they die, those skills are at their fingertip. Until I die, I'm still into interior design, still into some sewing. Yes, they are mine. Not somebody who's employed me to pay me, and in our network marketing business, you know what we say? We say that the salary your employer pays you, okay, is the bribe he's giving you to forget your dream. No, with all apologies to, employers and stuff like that. You get what I mean? But then, the salary your employer pays you is the bribe he's giving you to forget your dream. You got a dream. You got a dream, right? Develop the dream. And some people have the potential to be employers. Others must be employed. No two ways of that. Okay? But then, develop your dream.
But
and
how do you get to know you are an employee to somebody or you have to own your own business? Because it's quite challenging. Life journey gives a lot of things. Like, I don't know how to put it, but how do I, Kofi, get to know that, media woman say me need to mobi? And how do I get to know say media woman say me
it all boils down on character traits. Okay? And no character trait is static. You know what I mean? It all stems from here. Okay? How do you see yourself? You ask yourself, who are you? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Who am I?
It's a big question.
Yeah.
question.
Who am I?
But it's more or less like a rhetorical question because you ask yourself that question
And you answer it yourself. You're challenging yourself. You put yourself before you. And you ask yourself, who are you? Why are you here? Okay? What are you supposed to do? Where do you want to get to? Okay? Where do you want to get to in life? What are your dreams? How are you going to achieve those dreams? I believe you have some great dreams, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So therefore, how are you going to achieve those dreams? You're going to think. You're going to network. I told you your network is your net worth. Okay? So the kind of people you flow with, iron sharpens iron, right? Yeah. So the kind of people you flow with would also direct you, okay, into who you're supposed to be. I hear Kwame Nkrumah said something. He said, no man was born a criminal. Society made him so. So you flow with criminals, you become a criminal. Okay? You flow with business-minded people, you end up into business. You get challenged. Okay? So therefore, you find yourself. When you find yourself, you know where you're going. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has a purpose.
Sure.
And that's what you got to discover. If you discover your purpose, you're good to go.
You
are not in competition with anybody.
Sorry to cut you,
Yeah.
but can you share with us some of your challenges in life, like life journey, your challenges so far?
Great. Like I said, after school, I set up my own business. I had no capital. Okay. It was difficult. Okay. I had to use my marketing skills to survive. My first business that I got, not actually my first, but one of the primary business that I got was somebody who had imported, stuff, okay? And he wanted market for them. I was going by and I saw them. Then, we couldn't have some of these colorful bathtubs and stuff like that. And I'd been going to Cantamanto and I saw a guy who I related with. So I saw this and I said, look, I'm going to make money out of this. Okay? I'm going to make money out of this thing. So what I did was I went back to Cantamanto, looked for the market. Okay? I came to negotiate with her. I said, look, man, I'm going to sell this thing for you. Okay? What's the price? Okay. Now, if I sell it for you, this is my commission. Are you ready to give me that? You want to sell your thing? Okay. This is what you're going to give me. Went back to the guy, said, hey, this stuff I'm going to bring to you. This is what I'm selling it to you for. Okay, so I struck the two sides, brought them together, got commission here, got money here. I walked off. Okay, yeah.
That
so
is a great strategy.
Yeah, but along the line, because of immaturity, okay, and every youth goes through that kind of system. You get big money, you start blowing life, and so
You need to get an iPhone 12.
you see, that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge everywhere. But then, that's going to teach you a hard lesson too. Okay, that's why you go through the University of Hard Knocks.
Your achievements, can you share with us some of them?
Sure. In fact, I can say that I have come this far by grace. Okay? Now, I had to go through an arduous study, for my pastoral course. Okay?
Meaning you're a pastor too?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a senior pastor of All Nations Bible Church. Yes, I had to go through that, to finish. I had to sell my industrial machine to go and do that kind of course. Okay, and I was proud to have graduated from there. Okay, now the next point, I had to set up a business, from nowhere. I had to register the business and set it up. And I'm glad I did, because then it was quite, kind of, are you going to make it? Is that way, so that I'm glad I did, which I said, the name is Black Sugar and it survived. Okay, it's an achievement to me. Now, raising my kids. Okay, raising my kids. It hasn't been easy. But to God's glory, one of the things that I had in mind, as a child growing up, was to become a pilot. Okay, and so I studied books on piloting and stuff like that. And then I wanted to do law as well. So since it didn't go that way because I fell on side of the road, what I did was that I had to make sure that I pushed my children through education. It wasn't easy. You know, the economy wasn't that good, but I had to push them. You know, sometimes you have to even go and talk to the headmasters about school fees and stuff like that, go and plead and that kind of thing. But then they went through anyway. And I'm proud to say that I have a son who's a consultant. Okay, he's recognized internationally. You know, that's John Armah. You know, and I have a daughter who's an air hostess. Okay, she's flying. You know, yeah. I mean, I didn't have the opportunity to fly planes, but my daughter's flying. So I mean, that's an achievement to me. Okay, my boy is also doing law, so at least that covers that side. One of the things I'll tell parents is that don't hold your children back. Let them go beyond you. Okay, where you are not able to reach, push them to go and get further. Okay, don't say you couldn't get here, so no. That's witchcraft. Yeah. Help them to go beyond where you got to. And that's success. Okay? When you can sit back and see your kids, you know, just about a month ago, you know, one was going, one was coming. You know, we're at the airport, and I just thank God. I say, praise God. Okay? I thank God for that. That's a great achievement for me.
One was going, one was coming.
Yeah, right at the airport, one just landed and one was just flying. You know, that's good for me. And then I can say that ministry is good. Okay? God has been good to me. And I think anybody who gets the opportunity to serve God, serve Him better. Serve God with the best of your abilities. You saw my car there. Yeah. I mean, it's out of humble service. Right? Yes. That car cost a fortune, but I got it for free. Yeah. I got it for free because, say, look, we're giving you this car. Chevy Equinox. I mean, it's great. So I ride in with pride. I say, thank God. I'm not serving you for nothing. God is good. If you are faithful, He'll be faithful to you. He'll not disgrace you. So here I am, you know, father of four. The two are also into their Pop King, you know, with their international acknowledgements and stuff like that. At least I'm grateful.
What is been good?
It's so good, immeasurable.
So for the sake of time, we would have wished to talk more because I myself, I am enjoying it, and I know my viewers are also enjoying it as well. But then for the sake of time, we need to cut it here. Okay. So I want you to look into the cameras, and then your word of advice to my viewers, and then anything you would have to say to them, and then your telephone numbers, how they can reach you.
Great. Hello viewers, thanks for the opportunity to come to your homes. I'm Emmanuel Armah. God has been good. I want to advise that, you know, when you're so because when all things, if all things are together in Him, then all things will be together with you. Okay? Life to this point hasn't been that easy. You know, it's been difficult. And God has brought us through. So I'm going to live with you, God. You know, Jesus is Lord, and that's all I can say. Jesus is Lord. Make Him your Lord. And whatever you want, you will get. It's a matter of time. No matter what you've been through, rest on His oars. Make Him your anchor. No, you will succeed. I have. I'm a living example. I'm a living testimony. If today, you know, I own a Chevy Equinox. I own a business. I keep telling people you must have, you know, about 4 keys in life, okay? Key number 1, your key to heaven. Key number 2, your key to your business. Key number 3, your key to your room. Key number 4, your key to your car. Now, all these are summed up in Christ. It says, behold, I give you the keys. Okay? Now, if He gives you the key, you can open anywhere. So, rest on Jesus. He alone can bring you through. Thank you very much.
Your telephone number?
0277530919. 0547697576. Should I repeat it?
Yeah.
0277530919. and 0547 697576. The last part of it is that, listen, during the corona, okay, people lost businesses, they lost jobs. But you must have a second business. Hear me out there. You must have a second business. Okay? That second business would be either a residual income or a perpetual residual income. Now, I have a company which gives out perpetual residual income. No other company does that. Okay? What we do is that we help people to save money. Okay? When you sign up with us, you share your links. You have about 500 or 300 contacts on you. That's your customers, potential business. Okay? You don't know you have customers. You have customers. Okay? Share the link with them. Anytime they book travel, they're able to save up to 70%. Okay? On their travel bookings. Okay? And that 70%, we pay you 50% out of it. Your network is your net worth. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, we pay you 50% out of that. Okay? So therefore, you can be making residual, and those contacts you share, when they sign up, they become your customers for life until they die.
Wow.
There's no way you can find that. Until they die, even if they die and their families use the app, we still pay you for that.
Right.
Cheers. Contact me.
Ebusia, just like he said, there are more things to do in life. M'abrabo Akwantuo, I just don't understand what that's already now. We use it 12 anyway. There are more things to do in life. Charlie, I was saying, "Oh, the woman, nyame, send your kind, to M'abrabo Akwantuo. You have to give your life to Christ. Like, I was saying, "Oh, the woman, nyame, na, oh, the woman here." So what I say, we are Muslim, Allah is there for you. We are Christian, and Jesus Christ has come to save and everything. I was said, unya supernatural power there, ever back. Just like he said, he has given us a lot of keys. But then, unya keys, no, na say we ye Jumani ya, and never have a year. Say, I make a no, Jumadi, M'abrabo Akwantuo. Nadane, ye nam. A man for M'abrabo Akwantuo to your home for. Miss Armah has spoken a lot. Say, who share dear, one Casabon said, he has really advised us. And I said, Uti and Uti any year, yeah, a year to come over from me now, and khaki, no, dear mammy, we say, I have actually given you a push. Yeah, it's the Ampesa Mitchell, M'abrabo Akwantuo Sunye. We are here to encourage, educate you. See, there are more things you can do with your life. Many thanks to Max Media. Now, Unimbibi, because Ramadan for you. Now, make us run now. I want to tell you so. Ye documentary be media may share MFA. So, me coffee and I make a gem say, I did wait the encatchment in Ami Van Queno Cajam say. And yeah, movie and answer be or the wedding way videos no and Max Media. Oh my videos need to say documentary. I didn't say, oh, sha. Like my own call one Arabian now to me show wedding videos. You see, and when him say now the panel yeah it's a son and son kaka. And Max Media at the CCCRO you're from Max Media but you're from Craft Motion. Wow. Look at this. See, just like Mr. Armah was talking about entrepreneurship, but who said this is where we've gotten to. They are giving you more and more. And their main catcher on say they should contact Craft Motion. They'll give you the best in IT, graphic designing, videography, photography. This and your money now. You should just contact Craft Motion on the show. Therefore, can make us out, but then all the for contacting on screens is not free. Now say who free we are, obesa free me. Where the dance here. Lady Rita Ministries. Lady Rita Ministries is also doing good. Just like we do almost advice through music and then movies and stuff. Like they bring out inspirational messages. Yeah, Prophet Odro, Prophet Kofi Odro, he's there. Lady Rita Nankasankasamu. She has a song out. You know title name Adum. Just look at that. M'abrabo Akwantuo is Doma. How can you make it? So The Overcomer is also another movie there. Intimacy say you pick their contacts over there and they have more to tell you. They have very, very more to tell you. Say call YouTube now, Lady Rita Ministries. You know what I am talking about. Life is not just about staying in your room. Life is about looking out to people who have made it in life. I want to show crying. Now, Bibia Kosi, somebody has said, yeah, 11:15 restaurant. Hey, open venue at your wedding. When we wedding person call your reception and that's a birthday party. And with the walking with Juma crown, I'll pay Bibia refreshing. Hey, 11:15 restaurants. Oh, they're quite in Ghana. You just pass through. Yeah. They do local and continental dishes. Somebody has said, just look sharp and then pass through 11:15 restaurants. Almost like a nightclub. It's more when you gym, you can pass through and then gym when it. Just like Mr. Armah said, no, you're business now, you're entrepreneur. Now sometimes you have to release stress.
Of course,
so you pass through. Everything is cool. Everything is calm. Miran Radio is our Germany into Ghana. You can contact them. We know numbers for screens. So when you contact them, you tell them what you do. No more advertising. It is so Germany or Ghana. When you say minimum, be a hand more. Yes, I do. We see. It's in the back. Let's contact them. And the venue we are here. So I come out my venue now. I'm not sure if you can say you call a DOP Evans here now. You call your home so dear. And you pick out of 12 Pro. Wow, sure. Your car. Here to be here with you as well. It's saying American this place. Mr. Armah has talked about this place. They do breakfast and then they have foods here. We buy a casamati say be fabric. Some year wow yeah, so you have to pass through. Send order the number 2 on. You just place your order. Baby, I will they'll bring it to your doorstep.
It's nice killer.
Oh yeah, wow, they have kelewele too. See, what do you want? Who company? You just call, place your order, and then they bring them to you. Somebody has said, and they say Americano, you have to look sharp. You have to look sharp. There are great companies sponsoring this program. They need to grow and then grow. So you have to come on board to help them. So we'll share program where you now. Make sure say, subscribe to your YouTube channel. It's very necessary. You subscribe here. Then you follow us on Instagram and then Facebook. rbtv Ghana. So what I say. When you follow, you have this inspirational talks and then inspirational words, encouraging and all that to go. So what I say. So send your American, you have to subscribe and then this is M'abrabo Akwantuo within Eddie Coffee Set Compton. Now, I will come. Now, what you I will come and encourage and inspire you. There are more to learn about life. So, what you said, there are more to learn about life. Senior Kano, Rbtv M'abrabo Akwantuo within Eddie Coffee Set Compton. May the Nasi be brave, me crew, Mr. Abu, Evans, and then Perfect. Edumano, Yashese Yebeye, Intianoa Nebeye. That's in there, Yebeshia. I believe you catch yourself a chop near Togo. Bye bye.